The $10,000 challenge ended last month and I failed. So what's next? Is it over? In this video, I'm going to go over the future of the 10K challenge, how I'm going to implement it in the future, and I'm also going to go back to the Utah Valley Half Marathon and show you that I want to try the challenge again, but I want to give it an honest chance where I'm actually trying to make as much money as I can. Last time, I just kind of filled my schedule with races I wanted to do that also happened to have prize money, and then I tried to make $10,000 that way. If I'm gonna do it again, I'm gonna do a true calendar year, pick a year from January 1st to the end of December, and I'm going to also fill my schedule with races that I have a good chance to make as much money as possible. I need your help in the meantime. I'm compiling a list of all the potential races that I might want to try to do when I do attempt this again. So if you know of any good races that seem like a good opportunity for me to make some good cash, go ahead, drop that race down in the comments, just the event name, you know, maybe how much money, I don't know. I'll look it up. If you would do that for me, that would be awesome. So what am I doing in the meantime? I still have races this year. I guess for now, I'm just gonna keep filling up that thermometer and see how high I can get before I start the next challenge. But I'm gonna continue to fill it up until I don't feel like it. So let's get into it. All right, this is a good one. I love the Utah Valley event. Running the half marathon tomorrow morning, dark and early. I have to get up at 3 a.m. So that's not ideal, but hey, it's in my backyard. Really hard to skip out on a good opportunity for a fun race and some good prize. I'm about to walk into the expo, pick up my bib. The prize money here is actually pretty solid for the event that it is, okay? First place, $500. Second place, $350. Third place, $250. And I think I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't remember how much it goes down from there. But one thing that's unique here that I love is they also have a time incentive. So anybody that breaks 66 and a half gets an additional 250 bucks. So no matter what, as long as I run that, we're gonna make some money tomorrow morning. Let's fill up that thermometer, okay? It's been a long time and I have been itching to get back in there and put some more in there. Let's do it. Even though this is very much a local race, you never know who's gonna show up. So I kept my eyes peeled for anybody I might recognize, but I didn't see anyone. I spy with my little eye. Well-known cameraman, Jacob. What's your goal tomorrow?
155.
155. What's your PR?
207.
Wow, it's pretty good.
You can be in his video. Hold the phone. I've got so many things in my hands. Picking up for myself. I'm also picking up for my wife twice. I accidentally got registered for 2 races. Whoops. There we go. Did you get it? Okay, ready. We're ready to roll. We're ready to roll.
All right, it's the night before the race. Admittedly, I'm a little nervous. I have to wake up in like 5 hours. But before I do that, just getting my race, I can't think. Just getting my race kit ready. And shout out Run Elite program. We finally got new kits.
This has been long awaited for us rep guys that wear this, but I'm super happy with how they turned out. What do you think?
There it is. What do you think of the new kits?
And with that, I was basically ready to go for the morning. I just had a few hours left to get some sleep in before we get up real early and hit the roads. The next morning, we were in the bus by around 3:20 a.m. and got dropped off at the start around 4 a.m. with about an hour and a half to wait for the race. This might be the earliest race I ever do.
It's too early for this. It really is.
This is now my 3rd time running this half marathon, and I genuinely really love it. It's really pretty running down the Provo Canyon, and the course is actually really smooth and really fast. It feels really good to run quick on this course. Anyway, as the race was about to start, I really only had about 2 people on my mind to worry about during this race. Kevin Kirk, a 2:16 marathoner who was 2nd at this race last year, and Noah Jenkins, who is a BYU team member currently. Now, admittedly, I'm not really treating this race very seriously. It's kind of just a hard workout tune-up as I have Grandma's marathon in just 2 weeks. Ideally, I wouldn't be running a race that close, but I justified it here because it's in my backyard, it's some easy cash, and I figured I could be disciplined enough to not run this too hard. All right, let's get into the race. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have any footage of this race whatsoever besides this shot of the start from behind. But it was actually a pretty interesting race in how it played out. So I'm going to do my best to tell and show you how it went down.
He's going to win.
He was somewhere up there in the front.
All right, let's bust out the old GPS data. All right, so unfortunately, Noah Jenkins was not on my Strava flyby, so I only have myself and Kevin. I'll throw him in here where it matters. To my surprise, only Kevin and I went out in front. No one went with us. We could kind of hear them lingering behind us, but it was mostly just Kevin and I for the first 7 miles. I really didn't want to go faster than 450 per mile, and that 7th mile, Kevin started pushing the pace a little. And it was at that point that I decided to just let him go. I'm totally fine with Kevin winning and taking 2nd place in this scenario, especially with Grandma's Marathon just a couple weeks away. So the miles kept ticking by, and I noticed that the gap wasn't growing. I was still running very much in control and just kind of on autopilot, and I noticed that I started to gain on him around mile 9. And at mile 10, there is about a half mile uphill where I actually caught him and made the pass. As I passed him, Kevin looked over his shoulder and said, "Well, I had to try." I smiled and thought that this meant that I was going to have an easy W. I held the lead for 1 mile before I heard footsteps and heavy breathing behind me. But it wasn't Kevin. No, it was not Kevin. It was Noah. So for the last 2 miles, I could tell he was really hammering, and I just frankly wasn't willing to do that. So I just told him, "Nice work, you got it," and cruised it in for a 2nd place with a final time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 24 seconds.
All right, just finished the race probably an hour ago. And that was actually way more exciting and interesting than I really wanted it to be. You know, I went into this race just kind of like hoping to chill, a little harder than marathon effort, just cruise control. Because frankly, 2 weeks out from a marathon, this is closer to a big race than I really wanted to race a half marathon. And it took a lot of like self-discipline and swallowing my pride to just like not let it rip. But I think I executed just right. I ran probably 90% effort, felt very comfortable. Unfortunately, I did get passed in the last 2 miles or so and could not walk away with the win. But 2nd place today, it's a solid finish. All things considered, very happy. I was trying to run 64.50. I accidentally ran 64.20. So it was a little too fast, so I kind of an L there, but it's okay. I think that I kept it in control enough. My wife is laughing at me for saying I have an L for running too fast. I'm not.
I know. No, I
have a really big race in 2 weeks, and I really don't want to overdo it. But it probably comes off as like super arrogant to other people. So maybe I should be more mindful of that. I'll switch the L to a dub. It's a dub today. It's a dub today. Yeah, I got 2nd place and I ran too fast, so it's kind of a double L. It's a double L. You know what they say, 2 negatives make a positive.
Only if they're multiplied.
Only if they're multiplied.
Not added together.
This is going on way longer than I wanted to.
1:04:05. Michael Otteson, 2nd place with the 1:04:24.
And as we collect our awards during the award ceremony, this is a great time to shout out my brother Jacob, who mentioned earlier that he had a goal to run 1:55. He actually went on to run 1:43, 12 minutes faster than his actual goal he set for himself. And while we're on the subject, I also forgot to throw in a clip of my wife finishing the Bloomsday 12K last time, so I'm gonna just quickly throw that in right here, because she is awesome. She works full-time, has 2 kids, and she also crushes it when she runs these races.
Woo! You did it! You did it! How do you feel?
Good.
Well, there you have it. Yeah, honestly, I think that went almost perfectly. The only thing that could have gone better is if I ran a little bit slower and if I got the win. But you know, it doesn't happen when people like Noah Jenkins from the BYU team show up and Kevin Kirk as well. It just isn't meant to be that way. Overall, I almost nailed it on the time. I went a little faster than I wanted to, so slight mess up there, and then also, of course, didn't win. But I will take it. 2nd place is great, and the prize money is good. 2nd place, that's $350, and getting the time bonus under 66 minutes gets me an extra $250 for a total of $600. So here we are, once again, baby. We are busting out. That's my baby in the background. The thermometer, it's my favorite part of the video. I have missed this so much over the last little bit, but today I get to do it.
I've been stuck at $3,800 since St. George. That's October last year. We're in June, people. We're in June. But today we're adding $600 to $3,800. That is $4,400, baby. No, I'm not gonna cut it. I just needed a hard surface. There we go. Freshly updated to $4,400. We're making progress, okay? I'm gonna keep adding to this as long as I keep racing and making prize money. I think I think enough people are enjoying this series that I'm just gonna keep adding to the thermometer. You know, maybe the new series is how long will it take a non-professional athlete to make $10,000 in fun runs or in prize money. I'm just gonna keep doing it as long as I make prize money. It's too fun. Thanks again so much for tuning in. And again, let me know if you have ideas for races that I could add to the schedule of the super year of making $10,000. Thanks again so much for watching and for tuning in, and we will see you in the next video.